His first special, you got to know him. His second special, you got to know why we call him Preacher. This is his third special. Please help me welcome to the stage my little brother, Preacher Lawson!
Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What up, man? What up? What up? Hey. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I love you too. What up, family? Hey. All right. All right. I'm gonna edit it to look like everybody stood up. That's what. Yeah. Can't wait to chat GPT that. That's gonna be great. This is cool, man. I'm filming my third special, y'all. My third special. Yes. In Portland, Oregon. So my first special I filmed in Chicago, the second one was in LA. I didn't really have anything connected to that. But I was born in Portland, Oregon. I was born here. Yeah. That's right. You see all the black people that came? My family. Yep. I brought them. I brought them. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's good. This is good. I'm excited for this. I look a little different from my last special. I had I had long hair. I cut it. I used to be able to flick my hair. You know what I'm saying? I used to be able to flick it in the wind. I mean, I'm still black, so I had to throw my neck into it. I had to throw, you know what I mean? But I liked it. I loved my hair. The only thing I didn't like about my hair was too grabbable. You know what I mean? I didn't like that. One time I was making out, she got so into it, she yanked my hair back. I don't like this. This is the most emasculating motion I've ever felt in my life. A sound came out I wasn't prepared for. Hey. I gotta overcompensate. I don't like that. You don't be pulling my hair good. But I like it. I like my hair. I think my hair is pretty cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, a lot of people like my hair. Some people feel safer around me. I don't want to point any fingers, but we all know. We know. That's how you do racism, baby. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do racism like seasoning, not too much. You know, that's when people mess up. They put too much. You gotta do, ooh, something's missing right here. Racism, just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know? Like when I walked on stage tonight, I was like, wow, a lot of white people. That's all I thought. That's all I thought. I wasn't like, we gotta get rid of them. I would never say that, ever. Because I'm outnumbered and I know how to count. So why would I do that? Yeah, man. I feel like some people are racist because they're like bad people, but then some people are like accidentally racist, like they don't know. Like when I was a kid, when I was like 5, you know what I mean? I used to, please don't get mad at me. But please don't, but I did, when I was like 5, I did think that all white people looked alike. I did, all right? And you know, then I met some Asian people and I was like, oh, it's like the final boss right here. Bro, I used to think all Asian people knew karate. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by accidental racist. I didn't know. I met an Asian kid. I was like, yo, you gotta show me one of them moves. He goes, what move? I was like, you gotta show me one of them fighting moves. He goes, what makes you think I know how to fight? I'm so dumb, because Jackie Chan is Chinese and he knows karate. And he goes, well, I'm South Korean. And I was like, you about to show me something or not, man? This man punched me in the face. I was like, oh my gosh. That's what I'm talking about, man. You gotta show me that move right there. So I got a mom, she's pretty cool. I like my mom. Yeah. Yep, I got siblings. I got 3 siblings. I'm the youngest, that's why I'm happy. And that's right. I don't wanna be no older sibling, that's stupid. I don't even know why y'all do that. You know, you're the experiment. Remember that game Frogger? You gotta jump through all the traffic and try to avoid the cars. I feel like that's the older siblings, except they get hit by all the cars. And the parents, they just watch it like, oh my gosh, ooh, that looked like it hurt a lot. Oh, DJ Khaled, another one. That's crazy. And they just look at the other kids, they go, hey, don't do that, because it's dangerous out there. All right, matter of fact, let me hold your hand and walk you, because this is so dangerous. And you got the older siblings on the other side. Nobody walk me! I have to walk myself. And I'm just chilling like the youngest, like, hey, that's not my fault. You know what I mean? Quit acting like I'm a jerk, you know? Yeah, man. I think that's why my oldest brother, Joshua, I don't think he likes me. Yeah, because when we were growing up, he told me that. And I just think he thinks I'm dumb, because when I was 6, I used to drink toilet water, right? When I was 6, calm down. When I was 6, who didn't drink toilet water when they were 6? Okay, whatever, you didn't, but the rest of us, you know what I'm saying? No? Okay. Oh, you do? Okay. We know how to get our vitamins. No, I didn't, that's not what happened. Well, it did happen, but I didn't see a toilet and I'm like, ooh, I'm thirsty. That's not what happened. I used to pee in the bed a lot. And my mom was like, yo, you pee in the bed too much. You can't have water after 7 p.m. And I was like, that's what you think. You think I'm about to wait till the next day? You crazy. Yeah, so I would wait till my mom went to sleep, and I couldn't go to the kitchen, it would make too much noise. So I would go, and I would take my shoe as a cup, and I would go, hold on, let me finish. Because you don't even know what I'm about to say, calm down. You're gonna feel silly in a second, calm down. So I would go to the bathroom, all right? I would go to the toilet, I would flush it first. Then I would take my shoe, dip it in, and I would drink it. Yeah, exactly. That's why you don't prejudge people. So one day, my mom was like, go to bed to me and my siblings. And then my oldest brother, Joshua, was like, can I have some water? She said, go to bed. He goes, I'm not throwing the peas in the bed, Mom. It's preacher. I said, don't worry about it, Joshua. I got us. Yeah. Waited till my mom went to bed, went to his bunk bed. I said, follow me. Got to that bathroom. I took my shoe, flushed it first, because I'm not nasty. Then you dip it in, then you drink. He said, that's stupid. I said, you got a better idea, genius? Then he turned on the sink. I was like, that is genius. Let me go grab my shoe. Yeah, man, I don't pee in the bed anymore. That was a long time ago. I've only peed in the bed like twice as an adult. I mean, well, look, come on, man. We all accidentally, you know? I didn't do it. I was dreaming of a water fountain. I woke up, I was the water fountain. I was like, whoa. I'm joking. I would never drink my own pee. But I have a sibling named Joshua. He has a twin sister named Janicia. That's who introduced me. So, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're fraternal. They're not identical, but technically, since that's his sister, that's my sister too. So we all share a sister. Then I got a middle brother named Justin. He's funny. He's a funny guy. And my brother is he's a comedian as well. And he's so funny. This is how funny he was. When I first started doing stand-up when I was like 17, I used to steal all his jokes. Like, he would be telling stories in the living room, and I'm like, that's crazy. What else happened? What else happened? I would just do the jokes. I knew he was funny when I was like 6. I remember I was 6 years old. It was me, my brother Justin, my mom. We left to the store. The store's right there. We were gone maybe 2 minutes. We come back. My oldest brother Joshua has red dripping all over him, right? And my mom, she goes into mom mode. She panics. She goes, Joshua, are you okay? He goes, I'm fine. Then once everyone calms down, we notice he has a can of red paint in his right hand and a Woody doll from Toy Story in his left hand. And my mom goes, Joshua, why would you paint the Woody doll red? He goes, I didn't do it. I swear I didn't do it. I'm 6, so I'm dumb. So I'm like, we got to find this dude that framed my brother. And my mom was like, you clearly did it. He goes, I swear I didn't do it. And my brother Justin, he's 8 years old. He steps through. He goes, yeah, you did. And we caught you red-handed. For an 8-year-old, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I remember my mom trying not to laugh, and she couldn't help it. She started dying laughing. She laughed so hard she forgot to give Joshua a whooping. So that day we figured out if we make our mom laugh, we don't get whoopings. People think I want to be a comedian. This is survival. All the whoopings I got. Why you think my booty so big? It's swollen. You think I want this? No. And I love my mom. She's so immature. I had to be a comedian. Like, I remember my mom, like, if she got cut off driving, she would pull up next to the vehicle that cut her off, and she would make me and my siblings look evil at the car. So you got a bunch of 5-year-olds just like, yeah. And then people would laugh. I'm like, I don't know why you're laughing, because I'm serious right now. It's great, man. We moved a lot. I lived in a lot of places. I lived in Cali and Oregon and Texas and Tennessee and Florida. I love Florida. I think Florida's great. Everything they say about Florida, good and bad, is true. That's cool. I just like that, it's really diverse there. I've been to Miami. I used to perform there a lot. Has anyone been to Miami? Yeah, it's nice. It's real nice. Nice. Bro, everybody there is fine. It's weird. Everybody fine. Even homeless people, They're like, can I get some change? I'm like, can I get your number? Who told you it looked that good? It was great being in South America, Miami. And it's awesome. You do have to learn Spanish. I'm trying to learn Spanish anyway, because that's my wife's first language. So just in case she starts trashing me to the family, I could be like, ¿qué? That's what in Spanish. That's all I know. But I got time to learn, because I haven't met her yet, but I know what I like. I know what me gusta. Now, I actually like women that like me back. That's how long I've been single. I'm like, you like me back and you breathe? That's all I need, because I'm a man. And men are so silly. If a woman looks at a man for 2 seconds, we think you like us, ladies. You got 1 second. You got to get out of there. 1,000. Go. Save yourself. Because in a man's brain, we like 1,000. 2. You're like a dream come true. That's what you got to go. You got to go. It's so funny. If a woman look at a man for 2 seconds, we like, oh, she want me. But if a man look at another man for 2 seconds, we like, you trying to fight, man? Who you looking at for 2 seconds? Unless he's hitting on you, but you can tell if a man's hitting on another man because his chin is down, right? Right? That's the giveaway right there. Same rules apply. 1,000. Whoa! Hey. Yeah, I've never had a boyfriend in my life. I don't even know why I brought that up. That was... Y'all were like, okay, all right. But I'm just saying I haven't had one undefeated, but But I like women. I'm delivered. Yeah. I go on dates sometimes. I went on a date with Tyra Banks. My mom keeps acting like I messed it up, and it was on TV. It wasn't real. If it was real, let's be honest, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't. I'd be at her house washing dishes or something, I'd give her a kiss on the way to work. Have a good day, baby. I would. Give her a slap on that booty. You better make her some money. Go back, fluff them pillows. Make sure she's happy, man. I love to date Tyra Banks' fine self. I don't care if she's older than me. I'll date a woman that's older than me. The oldest I'm going, though, is if I ask a woman her age and she go, you don't ask a woman. I'm like, that's too old for me. I don't even know why people do that. I'm not gonna tell you my age. That's fine. I can see you. You're right there. What if I was like, nobody asked me my race? You'd be like, okay. Black. Like, I used to have another rule dating. My booty can't be bigger than yours if we're gonna be together. But I gotta change that rule, man. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I got that thing on me. That's right. I can give you a piggyback ride with no arms. Take a seat. I forget how big it is sometimes. I'll be walking to my kitchen, just knocking stuff over on accident. I'll be like, dang it, I just got that cereal. Some lady asked me if I work my butt out. It's like, no, I don't specifically work my booty out, man. I work out with other people. I'm not calling my boys up, hey, it's booty day. No. I do regular workouts, but I do be in that jam. I'm trying to be jacked, yeah. That's my goal 2025, to be shredded. I want you to hug me and start bleeding. You know what I mean? I want my shoulders to be so big, I gotta go through the door sideways because I can't fit. I want people to be like, hey, preacher, where's your neck at? And I'm like, I don't know where my neck at. Let me know when you find it. I want to be that guy at the gym. That guy. That guy at the gym. You know who I'm talking about? The lip moving guy? When he lifts something too heavy. I feel like I let my weird out too early. You know what I mean? Like I forgot where I'm at. Yeah, not bad. Bunch of weirdos. I like it. But you can't, as soon as you leave Portland, you gotta put it back. You can't just like, that's the weirdest the whole time. I wanna be free. Shut up. We need this job. You ever be on like the third day, you like, hey, this is me. They're like, all right, whoa. I thought we was comfortable. Yeah. I try to do different workouts besides go to the gym. I think the gym is boring. So I try to do different things. I try to go rock climbing, swimming. You know, I started training mixed martial arts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love MMA. People here that train like boxing and MMA, and they're like, oh, he's violent. It's like, I'm not violent, bro. I've never punched anybody in my real life. You know? I don't even get angry. I mean, I do get angry. If I'm driving, someone cuts me off, I'm like, I'll kill your whole family. In my head, I'm not gonna do it for real. I would never kill a whole family. I think murder is so jacked up. You know when you first murder somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I ruined my life. And the second time, you're like, whoa, not as bad as the first time. You know what I'm saying? Get in here. That's scary. That's scary. I was joking. She was like, and the third time. I'm joking. No, but I've never I train like mixed martial arts. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And sometimes when I'm in different cities, I try to go to a gym. And I went to this one gym called Extreme Couture. It's the #1 MMA gym in the world, you know, top. You know, and I sparred this one guy named Sean Strickland. You know who that is? You know who that is? Yeah, you know who that is? Okay, I got a question for the people that know who Sean Strickland is. Is he crazy, yes or no? Okay, so me personally, I think if Sean Strickland wasn't an MMA fighter, I think he'd be a serial killer. And the only reason I feel that way, because in an interview he said, if I wasn't an MMA fighter, I'd be a serial killer. So I just feel like that's a weird thing to say. So I walked into the gym. I'm thinking I'm gonna box a bunch of amateur boxers. I was like, I can't wait to box these guys that are my level. And then I go in there and I see him and I see a bunch of other UFC fighters. And my first mistake was I had a vegan shirt on because I'm plant-based. And yeah, let's roll, let's go. Hey, I brought them all. That's right. People don't like us for some reason. They don't like us. They get mad at us. Oh, where do you get your protein from? Where do you get your fiber from, son? Worry about that. Because my poops are amazing. So you can keep making those stupid jokes. I don't care. Out of there, son. One squeeze. Y'all losing brain cells, not vegans. We got work to do. You get distracted on your phone, it's back in there. Not vegans. Anyway, so I had a vegan shirt on, and when I walk up, he goes, you know how to fight? And I was like, a little bit. He goes, but your shirt. And I was like, I don't know what that means. Then he walks back to his friends, and I hear him say, some gay guy's trying to fight us. I said, actually, I'm vegan. He goes, that's what I said. And I was like, oh, I've never heard that joke before in my life. So I get inside this massive ring. It's huge, and it's like 10 fighters. So what you do is for like 3 minutes, you box somebody, and then you keep making eye contact with other dudes, like, hey, you wanna hit each other in the face? And you just keep rotating. But Sean was looking for me. He goes, where's that new guy at? And I was like, that doesn't sound safe, but I'll do it. Let's go. I know Sean, he's crazy. Probably gonna go super light in the beginning, then probably try to knock me out towards the end of the round. That's what I was thinking, all right? I was wrong. He tried to knock me out immediately. As soon as the bell rang, he was throwing haymakers. And I know a lot of people just assume I can't fight because I'm ticklish, but honestly, you know, I feel like that makes my reflexes better. And I was like, oh snap, I'm ducking, I'm dodging, I'm keeping up with the current middleweight champion. I go flying, bro. My legs are in the air. I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. And that sound was a little bit of poop. It's not full amount, but it was a little bit that came out. And I just didn't know what hit me. And I was like, what's going on? Why is Jesus here? And I was like, I'll just try to act normal. So I went back in there, I ducked. Sean, he's punched me in the back of the head. I say, Sean, that's the second time you punched me in the back of the head. You do that again, you ain't gonna make it out this ring alive, my boy. Yeah. Now, obviously, I ain't say it out loud, but like, he can clearly tell by the way I was crying that he should never in his life try that again. So we keep going. Then the third time I duck, he punches me in the back of the head again. So I audibly say something out loud. I say, Sean, this is one of the coolest moments of my life. This is so cool, man. But real quick, did you accidentally hit me in the back of the head like once or 3 times? And he goes, yeah, I hit you in the back of the head because you keep ducking. And I said, oh, okay, okay, well, that's fine. But just so you know, the only reason I'm ducking is so you don't hit me in the front of the head. And he goes, yeah, you gotta be a man. Then the bell rang. He was like, that was a good round, we gotta do it again. I said, no, we don't. No, we don't have to, no. And the crazy thing is I kinda did wanna do it again. I kinda wanna do it again, but just something in the back of my head was telling me, don't do it again. Yeah, I think it's just like, the scary thing about him is he like guns. That's scary. I think if you like guns, that's fine. I just think if you Sean, then you like guns. That's weird. He shouldn't be able to have a gun. I can't even have a gun. I knew I couldn't have a gun when I was like 25. So like pretty much, last year, I went to a gun range with my friends. We walked out, and I'm so immature. He was like, you renting a gun or did you bring your own? I was like, actually, I brought 2 of them things, you know what I'm saying? He didn't laugh, and I was like, whatever, bro, it was just an easy joke. And I go to the stall, and I look at these giant walls. I was like, what's the point of these walls? They're like, we want to make sure you can't shoot anyone. And I was like, I can still reach around, And he still wasn't laughing. I was like, whatever, bro. That was silly. But I get to the gun range, I pick up a gun for the first time in my life, and I'm like, yo, this is like way heavier than Call of Duty. And then I shot it. Does anybody remember the feeling they got the first time they shot a gun? Same. I got the same feeling. It's power. I was like, oh. He didn't even laugh at my jokes. That's the only reason I want a gun, bro, so I can get that flip thing. This town ain't big enough for the both. You gotta blow it because it's hot. Go faster. Go faster. That hurts my head, you know what I mean? Like a lot. Y'all laughing, I'm be the first grown man to die from shaking baby syndrome. Watch. Yeah. It hurts. I think I just like the adrenaline. I like adrenaline. I got a motorcycle, you know what I mean? I like skydiving. Yeah, you like skydiving? You ever went? Would you go? You wouldn't go? Why not? You're not gonna die. I mean, you could die. You're right, you could die. I don't say you're not gonna die. You do or you die, you get mad at me. You say I wasn't gonna die. You definitely die. Just, you go with someone else. Listen, you should go. You go with a trained professional that wants to live as well. You strapping in with some dude, he's like, she won't call me back. And you're like, bro, don't. But they don't just like put you up there, by yourself. They all right, good luck, all right, good luck. They dying, like, you're not gonna die. And if you do die, it's the best way to die. It's so fun. How many people on their way out yell, wee? That never happens. You gotta go, man. I do want to say, if you're going skydiving, you cannot be homophobic, because the guy going with you, he locked in, bruh. I mean, he in your ear, you gotta breathe. You gotta sit there and... I'm opening up the chute. Oh my gosh. Wasn't that the greatest 90 seconds of your life? Shut up! Shut up! I got to the bottom, I was like, that was kind of weird, man. But I had a good time, thing. My instructor was like, anytime you need me to take it. I'm like, wait a second. I didn't know you was a flight attendant. I want to give a big shout out to the production for putting my water 87 feet away I'm over here getting tired trying to get to the water. All right. You know what's funny? I told him to put it here. What are you guys cheering about? You said what? What's my weight at the beach? Which way to the beach? Oh, which way to the beach? Oh, like, oh, it's over there. Which way to the beach? I've never heard it that way. You, of course, yeah. I don't know why. It's gonna sound a little bit racist, but that was very wide of you to say that. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. Where to the beach? Yeah, man. Oh, you are white. All right. Yeah, man, skydiving's fun. It's a good time. I think like the reason skydiving is so rewarding because after you do it, you're like, oh, I can do anything. You feel like you can do anything. It's so scary, but then it's so rewarding. I feel like anything that's hard in the beginning is usually good for you, right? Because anything that feels good immediately, think about it, it's bad. If it make you feel good right now, that's usually bad. That's alcohol, man. You feel good when you're doing it, then afterwards, I didn't even start drinking till 2020, you know? Remember the purge? Remember that? I was stuck in the house. When you're stuck in the house that long, you get delusional. When you're by yourself, you hear the walls creaking, you hear doors and stuff. You're like, is someone in here, right? You think it freaks you out. So when I was in the house by myself, I just heard the alcohol talking to me, you know? Alcohol was like, come drink me. I was like, why you sound sexy? That's crazy. That's crazy. I said, listen, alcohol, I don't know you like that, but I'll go hang out. But that's it. That's all I'm doing is hanging out. Because I'm not that easy. Not just about to drink you on the first time we hang. That's crazy, man. Next thing I know, my top is off. The top of the alcohol bottle off, and we making out. That's how I kiss. I'm so good at it. But as I'm drinking this alcohol, I'm like, wow, this is trash, but I'm bored. So I just kept drinking. And I realized I had a problem when I was drinking, and I was just sitting there. I was sitting on the couch with a bottle of wine, and I was like, wow, I think I like alcohol more than my children. And that's kind of messed up, because I don't have any kids. So why would I say that? It's just weird. And I got friends that just like, I just want to drink a little bit. And I'm like, well, I'm not drinking with you. That's stupid. I don't want to drink a little bit. That's dumb. Come on, man, you want to drink a little bit? Why don't you pee a little bit? Who wants to pee a little bit? You ever stop mid-pee? That hurts, bro. Bro, if I'm in the middle of a pee, my pee's like, I'm coming now. It's not gonna stop. I gotta finish. That's the worst thing ever is like telling your body you gotta pee, and you're gonna pee in a few seconds when you get to that door, then you get to the door, it's locked, and your bladder's like, you lied to me. And it's like, oh. 10 seconds remaining. Is alcohol a drug? What about weed? It's not a drug? It's not? It's nature. My vape pen is nature. Yeah, you like weed. You probably snort weed, bro. You just you super excited. No. I remember, I don't smoke weed. I did try it out. I tried weed out, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, but I stopped because I ran out. So if anybody has some more, no, I'm just kidding, like Jason. But I remember when I was 25, so like last year, I moved to Los Angeles, and I met this girl, right? Met this really cool girl. We went on a few dates, and we were running out of date ideas. I found out she played basketball. I said, yo, this is like a basketball court right next to my house. There's a basketball court right next to my house, and it's a beautiful park. We should go play there. And she was like, let's do it. And I'm gonna tell you this, it was the best date ever. It was the best date, because the whole time she's like, oh, snap, you guarded me. And I'm like, yeah, I'm God. Oh my God, yeah. It was great. Then these two dudes walk up, they were like 6'19". I guess they were upset. They got kicked out of the Monstars. They were like, hey, you mind we play 2-on-2? And then she was like, yeah, let's do it. So we're getting destroyed. And she's competitive. Won the play, she goes up for a layup, she comes down, she tears her ACL. Yeah. So I gotta pick her up. I pick her up and I put her on the bench and she's crying. She's like, my knee, my knee. I'm like, it's okay, I'm gonna call an ambulance. Actually, they're expensive, I'm gonna call an Uber. So I call an Uber and the Uber parks a little bit further away. And I'm like, that's cool. I just picked her up from the basketball court. It's a little bit further, but that's fine. I pick her up. And I went to pick her up and when you pick up weights, you gotta breathe, right? I don't want to pick her up, and she get mad at me. Why you breathing hard? So I was like, I'll just hold my breath in like a genius. And I pick her up, and I maybe get 7 steps. And I was like, ooh, she feel like a grown man. You know, like my whole right leg stopped working. I was like, did I tear my ACL too? Because I was walking like the dog from the movie Fox and the Hound when he had the cast on, right? So I get to the car, I put her in, and I'm like, I gotta breathe, but I don't want to just let it out. That's disrespectful. So I'm trying to, and I'm playing it off. Right? She think I'm crying about her knee, you know, so we get to the hospital, they confirm she tore ACL. But she has great insurance, so 3 days later, they do surgery on her knee, right? I'm in the doctor's office with her and the doctor. The doctor's like, all right, now that we're done with the surgery, here's the medication you gotta take. She said, I don't trust medication. He goes, okay, if you wanna do something natural, you can do some edibles. She was like, I can do some edibles? He's like, yeah, it'll help the inflammation, it'll help with the pain. And she goes, oh my gosh, I've never done edibles before and I don't want to do them alone. I said, I'll do it with you if you need me. You want me to make that sacrifice? I'll do it if you need me to do it. And she was like, I thought you were anti-weed. I was like, yeah, but not from a doctor. Come on, man. He put your knee back together. He's a good guy. That's a good doctor right there. He's not a good doctor, because I feel like a good doctor would recognize both of us are new. These are new kids trying out weed, and he should have suggested, hey, start off 10 milligrams. But of course that didn't happen, because I'm telling y'all this story. So I didn't know. I went by my weight. I was like, I'm 195 pounds. I should probably take 195 milligrams. I died for a little bit. Not the full day, but I was pretty much dead. I was so high, I seen my dad for the first time. I was like, yo, we do got the same nose. I went to bed at 9 p.m., woke up at 5 p.m. That's hibernation, bro. I was like, I am way too high. I'm gonna do it again. So the next day, I walked in and I said, hey, I tried out an edible, but I took too much. They said, try out this vape pen. It's smooth. It doesn't burn your throat or nothing, and it's pineapple. I said, cool. So I bought a pineapple vape pen, but I didn't tell anybody for like 3 months. I just had it chilling in my drawer. I didn't touch it for 3 months. Then one day, I was like, I'm gonna try it out. So I pulled it out, and I was like, cool. That's cool. That's great. That was cool. It tastes like pineapple, and it didn't even burn my throat. That was nice. That was cool. I guess I can inhale just a little bit more. You know? I sucked it all. Shut up. That's not, oh my God. No, I didn't suck. Dang it. I inhaled. No diddy, all right? No diddy. I puffed, puff daddy. No, I'm joking. I puffed a lot of the smoke. And I have asthma, so I inhaled too much. And I'm over here coughing, drooling. I couldn't breathe for like 2 minutes. And I caught my breath. Then I started dying laughing. When I say dying laughing, I think I was dying while I was laughing because I couldn't breathe. I was like, all right, I don't even think it's that funny, but my body was like, too late, idiot. Should have smoked a pineapple vape pen. And I was like, but can we stop? And it's like, you think I want this? We just stuck here. And then my girlfriend at the time, she walks in. She sees me on the ground crying, laughing. She walks up to me. She goes, preacher, what are you laughing at? And I was like, she goes, whatever, you don't have to tell me what you're laughing at. But I'm walking outside and it's dark. Could you just walk with me? And I was like, yeah. Oh, why would you? And the whole time I'm like, just be normal, preacher. That way she don't know you high right now. Just be as normal as possible. And as I'm walking, she was like, are you high right now? I was like, hey, you know. She was like, because we didn't leave yet. I said, that does make sense. And so we leave, and I pull out the vape pen out of my pocket like Link from Zelda. Da-na-na-na. I give it to her. I'm like, it's pineapple, sponsored by SpongeBob. She's like, oh my gosh, it's the best day ever. And I told her, it's a cheap vape pen. It doesn't work that well. So you have to inhale for as long as possible. That way, of course I'm lying. I want her to feel what I felt. And she maybe got 3 seconds in before she went, I can't breathe, I'm dying. I was like, I'm dying too. I was cracking up. I thought it was so funny till I realized people were looking at me, laughing at this woman on the ground, crying, I can't breathe, I'm dying. So I panicked and I left her. I know. I was like, I can't go to jail, bro. I just ran straight back to the house. I locked the door. I was like, I need a new girlfriend because she dead. And I just started taking pictures down from the apartment, even though it was her house. I was like, I can't have any evidence. I hear a knock at the door. I'm like, that's the cops. I'm not going back. I've never been to jail. I open the door. It's my girlfriend. And she goes, why'd you leave me? I said, babe, I've been here the whole time. Are you high right now? Are you okay? I tried to gaslight her. It didn't work. She's like, I seen you run away. I was like, all right, whatever. Why you ask? I was scared. Yeah, man. Dating is kind of like, it's weird, right? Because dating online is just, look, it works every 2,000 people or something. I don't know. But for the most part, it's just, if you like someone in person, you should just go up to that person and then look at them for 2 seconds. That's what you should do. And then, you know what I mean? Because that's how it works. Because online, people are just lying. Everyone's lying online. I'm 6'4" on Tinder, you know? Everyone's lying, man. Last time I was on Tinder, this girl, she lied pretty hard. And she lied. It was crazy. Oh, man. Like, I met her. She was, pretty, and I met her in person. I was sitting at the park. I was waiting on her. And, she pulls up in her vehicle. She gets out, starts walking toward me. I didn't recognize her at first. Then she got closer. And I was like, oh, she lied. And I straight up asked her, I said, hey, when'd you take those pictures? And she was like, 10 years ago. Why? Do I look different? Yes. Yep. Yeah, you do. You look 10 years different because you lied. So, whatever. Maybe she's cool. We're just hanging out. As we're hanging out, I'm grabbing snacks out of my backpack. This is the same backpack I use to go on the road to do shows. When I go on the road to do shows, I try to get a workout in, and I used to take protein powder after my workout. Now, I wouldn't take the whole container of protein powder and put it in my bag. It wouldn't fit. So I just put in, a Ziploc bag. So I had some vanilla protein powder in a Ziploc bag. Exactly. That's what she's saying. She goes, oh, my gosh, what is that? I was like, that's not what it looks like. It's cocaine. Did you like some? She goes, that is not cocaine. I was like, look, just try it out. So I give her my bag of protein powder. And she opens it. She goes, it smells sweet. I was like, if you don't want any, I'm not saying I don't want any. I said, okay. So she takes my protein powder, starts to line it up on the table. I'm like, there's no way she about to sniff my protein powder. And as soon as I think that, she comes up, are you lying to me? And it took everything in me not to laugh. I was like, I am not lying. She goes, okay, goes back down and says, you were lying. And I was like, and now we're even. That's right. That's right. Now her nostril got a bicep. Every time she sneezes, yeah, I think it's weird, man. I turned 34 last week. So, yeah, all right. I don't know why y'all cheering for that. That's cool. I guess it's because it's good to be alive. Yeah, that's my favorite thing is being alive. I like it a lot. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Where's my present? I don't. You're right. I don't like presents. I hate presents so much. Anytime someone gives me something, I'm like, nah, I gotta take care of it. I'm like, oh man. No, but I it's weird, man. I don't have any I thought I'd be married, with kids or whatever. I thought that would happen. I would love to have a few of them things. That'd be cool. I don't even know if I could have kids. I'm 34. I've never had I got time? Oh, okay. All right, cool. And you have volume because you're loud. You're supposed to say that in your head. Why are you supposed to say it in your head? You're supposed to telepathically. I'm trying to figure out what you thought. You're like, I'm in the middle of his special. I'm gonna go ahead. He needs to know this. You got time. I appreciate it. I love you. I love you. Don't be mad at me. I want to hug you right now. I just want to hug you. So. I got time. Well, my point is I've never had a pregnancy scare, ever. I don't even know if I can get pregnant, to be honest, but we'll see. You never know. Technology, baby. Maybe like 5 years I'll be walking around here, but I'm a seahorse, you know? Mary did it. That'd be, I've never asked a girl to be my girlfriend. I've never been like, hey, you know, we've been talking a little bit, and I was wondering. That's never happened. They just wait around like undercover cops. And then they wait till I slip up and we kiss, and out of nowhere they just cuff me, and I'm like, yo, hey, what's going on? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say and do will be used against you in a future argument. You're like, hold on. I thought we were friends. You have no right for friends. If you want a friend, one will be provided through one of my personalities. You're like, oh. I guess we're together. But I'm not like super picky. I do have rules. You know, another one of my rules is I'm not intimate with a woman unless I'm okay with her giving birth to my child. That's another rule I have. And that's my rule. No, that's fine. You don't have to clap for that. People got their rules. That's my rule. I break it all the time because I'm a hypocrite, you know, but I've had it for a minute. I remember when I was 18 years old, I was on Myspace. Y'all remember Myspace, the original Instagram? I remember talking to this girl on Myspace. She was so fine. I thought she was like a robot. You know those fake people that try to hit you up and they're like, click the link to see more. And it's never more. It's always a virus, right? That's what I heard. You know, so I'm talking to her, and we're having a good time. You know, and I told her, I was like, I'm gonna wait till I'm married before I lose my virginity. And she was like, I don't wanna wait. And I was like, me neither. And she said, come on over. I said, girl, I'm on my way. Say less. She said, before you come over, let me see some pictures. I said, you're in luck, I got a bunch. I got a whole folder of my family right here. I got my friends right there. And then she goes, that's not the picture I'm talking about. And I was like, what other, okay, I know that picture. Yeah, I do that. I do that all the time. No, I don't, but she's so fine, I'm like doing it. So I went and got a camera. You had to get a digital camera because you can't just pull out your phone this time. I had to get an actual camera. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a good angle. I was like, ooh, that ain't even mine. Like, you about to scare her away, brother. Plugged it into the computer, uploaded it, go to send it, and I panicked, and I was like, I can't have my stuff on the internet. What am I doing? This is stupid. So I just deleted it. I stopped talking to her, left my auntie's house, and then a month later, I get a call from my auntie, and she goes, hey, preacher, I was on my computer, and I went to the recycle bin. I said, oh, no. She goes, oh, yeah. And I was like, what'd you think? Not bad, right? Hello? She just hung up. What was the point? You just called to be like, I seen it? That's weird, bro. Keep that to yourself. You just ruined Thanksgiving for what? What was the point of you doing it? I think being a girl is pretty hard, man. It's just, whatever, man. I mean, whatever. A lot of things are hard, but I wouldn't want to be a girl. I wouldn't want to, no offense, but I'm like, I tried it for like 2 days, and I was like, this is stupid. Like, it's dumb. Because when I was in 7th grade, I had long hair. My mom used to braid these 2 braids. I hated it. Because I'm like, people think I'm a girl. I got long hair, I had no facial hair. You know, I didn't hit puberty yet, you know what I mean? I still had that thing on me. People didn't know, man. I was walking in the class, and then you know, everyone's like, oh, look, a girl's here. I'm like, I'm not no girl. Then some dude opened the door for me, and I was like, all right, that was kind of cool. And, you know, I just went and sat down. I was like, I'm still not no girl, though. And then, you know, I was like, man, I forgot my pencil. And he was like, I got you, shouted. I was like, wow. Thank you so much. You know, like, that's crazy. I'm not telling anybody. And so I went into class the next day. I was like, can't wait to be a girl again. And then when I walked in, all right, the teacher was doing some type of experiment. Was like, all right, all the girls on this side, all the boys on this side. And I was like, oh, snap, we snitching. Okay. All right. I'm gonna just go to the girl side anyway, all right? I was like, I'm gonna walk pigeon-toed because I know a lot of girls, sometimes they pigeon. So I'm walking over, And then the girl, she's like, what are you doing over here? You a boy. Go to the boy side. And I was like, shut up. And I started walking to the boy side, and as I'm walking, everyone's laughing at me. Everybody's laughing at me, except one dude, and that's the guy that gave me the pencil. He looking at me. Ain't no way. I just gave you a number 2 pencil. I said, hey man, it's only business, all right? He didn't care. He tried to fight me after class. He was staring at me the entire class. And I knew that was a scary stare because he stared at me the day before, but it was a different stare. This was like, I'm gonna kill your whole family stare. And so as soon as the bell rang, I took off running, but I had a roller backpack, so it was like, you know, it was hard. And I'm running and he's chasing me. And I see my oldest brother, Joshua. He always told me, he's like, don't ever talk to me at school because you're lame. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna talk to him. I'm just gonna talk near him. And I was like, leave me alone to the guy, right? And he tries to chase me. My oldest brother, Joshua, sees it. He steps in front. He goes, hey man, you follow my little brother? He goes, yeah. I'm just trying to make sure he gets to class on time. My brother goes, you better leave my brother alone. I ain't gonna tell you again. And then the guy was like, yes, sir. He was so scared. And I watched that whole thing happen. I was downstairs. I was like, wow. He do like me, man. He be trying to play it all like, yeah. Why would you protect me, man? You know, like, I seen him at the house. I was like, man, you told him. He said, get out of my face. I said, all right, bro. I'll let you know I could dance. That's the only reason He's like, I still don't like you. Some people don't like you. It's okay, man. You want to hear a story about how a lot of people didn't like me one time? Okay, I'm gonna tell you about it. Okay, so check this out. Y'all know who I am. You know you see me on whatever you see me on, but you know my style. You know what I present, my style of comedy. And some of y'all brought your friends, and your friends are like, why are we gonna watch a pastor? But for the most part, you're like, I get it, right? So it's cool, like when I do shows, people come out to see my style of comedy, but it's really good to go on tour with other comedians, because when you go on tour with other comedians, you get in front of different audiences that don't know who you are, and then you get to steal audiences. It's great. And so I went on tour with another guy, and his audience didn't like me. And because when I walked on stage, it was like 1,000 people, nobody cheered. And I'm used to at least 11 people cheering for me. So I was like, that was kind of weird, but that's okay. I'm gonna win them over with my material. And before I got my first joke out, there's a guy in the front row. He goes, you better be funny. I said, oh, what, bro? What you gonna do? I already got paid. What you gonna do? I found out what they're gonna do. So what they do is they start booing you. He started booing me, and I'd never been booed before, so I was like, oh, I don't know how to react. And so I was like, yo, mama, that's the first thing that came out. I know, it was so bad. I just started roasting everybody. I started roasting the whole audience. I was like, shut up, idiots, you're probably dumb. And I was really getting them. And everybody started, it was like a choir of boos. They were like, boo, 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 boo. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll get off stage. And they were like, yeah, and I'm leaving. As I'm leaving, I run into another comedian, and he goes, how'd it go? I said, they booed me. He goes, you lying. And then the sound guy was like, nuh-uh. Nobody asked you, sound guy. You idiots. And I'm leaving. As I'm leaving, I'm like, I'm not gonna take no pictures with nobody. I'm not gonna say, I'm going straight back to my hotel. This is stupid. And so I'm walking, I run into a woman. I feel like it was like an angel. She had my t-shirt on, and she had a signature from 2019, a signature for 2021, and she goes, preacher, can I get a signature for 2024? I said, absolutely. She goes, I'm so sorry they were mean to you. I said, I don't care. They don't like me, it is what it is. She goes, can I get a hug? And I was like, can I get a hug? Gave her a hug, and I was like, why don't they want me, man? And I was like, this is awesome. Then another dude popped up, preacher Lawson. I said, what up, baby? He go, you trash. And he just goes back. I was like, I thought you were gonna join our hug, man. But listen, man, I'll be honest. I've been doing comedy 16 years. Everybody ain't gonna like you. It's okay for people not to like you. It's not your job to make people that don't like you like you. Your job is to be yourself. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And if people think you a little bit weird, hey, Keep being weird.